Built to Last by Jim Collins, Successful Habits of Visionary Companies. What makes the truly exceptional companies different from other companies? A 6-year study looked at visionary companies and tried to identify what set them apart from the rest of the herd. The 18 companies identified and studied in the book outperformed the stock market by 16 times. It was found that they had a few things in common. It largely boiled down to their culture, their approach to new ideas, and a focus on building the company itself. Authors Jim Collins and Jerry Porras will show you how to be the company that remains a force and a beacon of light in your community for many years to come. Part 1: The Best of the Best. A 6-year research project showed 12 shattered myths about building and sustaining powerful visionary companies versus compared companies. Myth 1: It takes a great idea to start a great company. Reality: few of the visionary companies began life with a great idea. In fact, some began without any specific idea. Myth 2: Visionary companies require great and charismatic visionary leaders. Reality: some of the most significant CEOs in the history of visionary companies did not fit the model of the high-profile, charismatic leader. Myth 3: The most successful companies exist first and foremost to maximize profits. Reality: visionary companies are ideology-driven. Money is one factor, but they are equally guided by core values and sense of purpose. Myth 4: Visionary companies share a common subset of correct core values. Reality: there is no right set of core values. Visionary companies don't ask what should we value. They ask what do we actually value deep down to our toes. Myth 5: The only constant is change. Reality: while ideologies of a visionary company remain tightly fixed, there is a powerful drive for progress that enables them to change and adapt. Myth 6: Blue chip companies play it safe. Reality: visionary companies are not afraid to make commitments to big, hairy, audacious goals. Myth 7: Visionary companies are great places to work, for everyone. Reality: only those who fit extremely well with the core ideology of a visionary company will find it a great place to work. There's no middle ground. Myth 8: Highly successful companies make their best moves by brilliant and complex strategic planning. Reality: visionary companies make some of their best moves by experimentation, trial and error, opportunism, and accident. Myth 9: Companies should hire outside CEOs to stimulate fundamental change. Reality: homegrown management rules at visionary companies. Myth 10: The most successful companies focus primarily on beating the competition. Reality: visionary companies focus primarily on beating themselves, asking the question, how can we improve ourselves to do better tomorrow than we did today? Myth 11: You can't have your cake and eat it too. Reality: visionary companies do not limit themselves to having to pick between one great idea or the other. Instead, they embrace the genius of the and the paradoxical view that allows them to pursue both A and B at the same time. Myth 12: Companies become visionary primarily through vision statements. Reality: creating vision statements is one of many helpful steps in a never-ending process of expressing the fundamental characteristics across the visionary companies. Part 2: Clock building, not time telling. Leading as a charismatic visionary, a genius with 1,000 helpers is time telling. Shaping a culture that can thrive far beyond any single leader is clock building. Keeping a visionary company alive is its ultimate reward. Never allow letting go of your company to be an option. One of the most important steps you can take in building a company is not an action, but a shift in perspective. Part 3: No tyranny of the or, embrace the genius of the and. A visionary company gives 100% commitment to its short-term goals and 100% commitment to its long-term goals. It is never about one or the other. A visionary company seeks both longevity and profitability, not one or the other. Part 4, More than Profits. Core ideology equals core values plus purpose. Core values, the organization's essential and enduring guiding principles. Purpose, the organization's fundamental reasons for existence beyond making money. Profit is like oxygen, food, water, and blood for the body. They are not the point of life, but without them, there is no life. Part 5, Preserve the core, stimulate progress. A visionary company always strives for its forward movement, improvement, and progress, not a competition against other companies. A company ought to be able to change anything about itself over the years except its core basic values. A company can practice flexibility without losing its core identity. An organization's drive for progress is an internal force. A company's own goals and motivations cause the internal fuel it needs to make bold moves, take risks, and seek rewards outside of its comfort zone. Part 6, Big Hairy Audacious Goals, BHAG. All companies have goals. But there is a difference between merely having a goal and committing to a huge, daunting challenge. A big hairy audacious goal is clear and compelling and serves as a unifying focal point. Has a clear finish line that helps the organization know when it has achieved its goal. Should fall well away from the comfort zone. Is exciting on its own and so continues to stimulate progress even if the organization's leaders disappeared before it had been completed. Should be consistent with the company's core ideology. Part 7, Cult-like cultures. You don't need to create a soft or comfortable environment to build a visionary company. Visionary companies only have room for those whose core values match theirs. There is therefore no space to convince an individual to remain a part of the organization if they are not the homegrown right fit. Part 8, Try a lot of stuff and keep what works. Sometimes a visionary company can stumble into success quite by accident. It is beneficial for companies to experiment with as many ideas as possible, and diversify their products. Accept that mistakes will be made. Learn from them and allow yourself to use the lessons better to grow yourself as an individual, and as a company. Never hesitate to make bold decisions and take risks. Give people the room they need to share and possibly implement their ideas within the framework of your organization's core ideology. Take small but steps towards progress and improvement. The journey is more important than the destination in a visionary company. Part 9, Homegrown Management. Promote staff from within to preserve the core. Homegrown staff is usually more dedicated to a company's success than external personnel grafted into the company. Pick managerial candidates who share the company's core values at a gut level, even if they have a different managerial style. Part 10, Good enough never is. There is no ultimate finish line in a highly visionary company. Comfort is not the objective of a visionary company. Build for the future, and do well today. Part 11, The End of the Beginning. A company doesn't become a visionary one by simply having vision statements. A visionary company doesn't rely on one program, strategy, tactic, or mechanism to preserve the core and stimulate progress. It all counts. Sweat the small stuff. People notice little things. People want to believe in their company's vision, but will be ever watchful for the tiny inconsistencies. Don't be discouraged by errors you could learn from instead. Swim in your current, even if you end up swimming against the tide. Keep the universal requirements while inventing new methods of achieving great results. Final, building the vision. Always work from the individual to the organization. The individual is the foundation of the organization. Thank you for watching.